My dear brothers, sisters, and all friends in Christ Jesus, we have been going through our short reflections on the Pauline rule. I request you again to make available these recordings to all members in the fraternity so that some or at least one will benefit from it. Let all our actions be for the greater glory of God. The seventh article in the second chapter of the 1978 Pauline rule that we follow now states as follows: united by their vocation as brothers and sisters of penance and motivated by the dynamic power of the gospel, let them conform their thoughts and deeds to those of Christ by means of that radical interior change which the gospel itself calls, quote, conversion, end of quote. Human frailty makes it necessary that conversion be carried out daily. On the road to renewal, the sacrament of reconciliation is the privileged sign of Father's mercy and the source of grace. So, the seventh article requests us to change our hearts. It basically asks us for two things. One, are we in a position to be called brothers and sisters of penance? Franciscan brothers and sisters were called by this name, or they addressed themselves when requested as to who they were, as we are penitents from Assisi. This is what finally changed to Third Order of Francis, and we were calling it the Secular Order of Francis, and currently we call as the Secular Franciscan Order. Penance, by its own virtue, does not make sense unless it combines with a inner dimension which allows us to evaluate us, to correct us, and again to make sure that we are in the track of Jesus Christ. When we talk about metanoia, the conversion has happened multiple times, or conversion has been happening throughout the life of Francis. It may be in relation to the year-long recovery after the failure of the war with the neighboring Perugia. The conversion experience extends to the vision of Spoleto, the humility he had to face, being silent and the interior change, and getting down off the horseback and kissing the leper and so on. There are multiple prerequisites for metanoia. First, it is a God-given grace. Although we with our sense of reasoning are asked to imitate God in what He does, it is a God-given grace to start with. It is a change which happens not in all hearts but in a humble heart. So, yet another requirement of metanoia is humility. Third is willingness to change. You may understand what change is accepted from you, but you need to have a willingness for the change. Fourth is moving away from what you have been doing. That is meant to be a spiritual aspect of it in a secular world, then it is an ever evolving process. Conversion is not a one time event, it keeps happening all the time in our lives. In conversion, the other factor to be made sure with us are the post requisites of a metanoia, which may be respect and dignity of others, and able to have the perseverance will make a drastic effect on maintaining the conversion that has happened in us. Why I suggested that maintenance of dignity of others is important is because you can't directly say that you are converted and hence I am in a different track altogether. I cannot take care of my parents, my wife, or children because I have spirituality before me. That is not a conversion that is requested from a person who is in the secular world. Sacrament of reconciliation is an important event in this conversion story. God is waiting for you, and it is you who need to make a mind set within yourself and just make sure that you reach God. In reconciliation, you reconcile with yourself too, along with reconciling with the other creatures, whether they are human beings or not. Thank you.